you were involved. You did your first interview there.
Yeah.
And you were very chubby.
Correct.
Were you very chubby? Like.
Yeah. Round because back then I was still short like, as a kid. Still growing. So I think I was fat first, then after that I become taller, then I become skinnier, then become lean.
Who introduced you to so how do you get into the world of combat sports in the first place?
Okay, I think quite common stories, people who usually watch boxing, right? I think that time I watched with my brother, Velco. I think he was the one that started watching like the Rocky show. And then he was like introducing me like different episodes. I think they got like 5 episodes back then.
The
Rocky part 1, part 2, part 3, right? Yeah. So I think I started watching at part 2. Yeah. That was when Rocky won Apollo Creed, right?
Oh yeah.
The second episode, yeah. Then the third one is when he lost to the Clubber Lang. Yeah. So I think after watching 3 episodes, then we decided to try it out. I think Velco was the one that suggested lah. But then to me, honestly, I don't really have any interest in sport. I don't even do sport in school. So boxing is like my first and only sport.
This is a big jump because I know you after you get
into. Correct.
Then I could not imagine what kind of a
chubby
kid you are.
Yeah, right. I think I'm the typical kid that always like stay at home, play game, eat cup noodle. Even until now, when I'm competing, I still like to eat cup noodle. That's my go-to food. Like savory food. Yeah.
But I don't think you do that very often now.
Now? Still the same. I always eat cup noodle. Yeah. That's why like when people ask me about diet, right? To be honest, I'm not a good person to ask when it comes to that. I think I just I'm lucky that I have a very good genetic. So like if I'm heavy, right, I just need to like put in additional work to get my weight down. Then at times I have to suffer. Yeah.
But other than your brother, because who does both boxing and Muay Thai.
Yeah, correct.
Do your parents or do you have any other siblings who are doing?
No. So the 3 of us, yeah, we are. I mean, yeah, it's only the 3 of us in the family. We 3 started out together. My dad don't do martial arts. Yeah, he don't do martial arts. Yeah, so I think it just started off from like. I think it's more of like a casual conversation that we had, like let's go try it out. Then I think like my brother was the one, Velco was the one that went to do the research. And I think back then martial arts gym are very limited.
Oh yeah.
So of course Evolve was one of the, like first. I mean, it's the best gym back then. Maybe until now still the same, I don't know. Yeah. But I mean facilities wise, yeah, it looks really like commercialized. Yeah, it's a good place. When we went there, we just feel it's very comfortable. Because of how clean the gym is, and then how they what's that called? Promote the gym and the instructors, like the credentials that they have. So we went there for a trial class. We did like I think 30 minutes boxing trial, 30 minutes Muay Thai trial. Yeah. But I mean, when I came for a trial, my mindset was just boxing. Yeah. So when it comes to the Muay Thai, it's just like additional. Yeah.
Here's this question. Right? Yeah. Why boxing and not Muay Thai?
I think also because of the show that I watched, which was Rocky, right? So like the go-to mindset is boxing. Yeah. I mean, and also because I was super unfit, right? So when I tried boxing and Muay Thai at the same time, I feel like boxing is manageable for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Muay Thai, I think, is tough. It's also one of the toughest sport, to be honest. People say boxing is the toughest sport, but I feel every sport is difficult. Yeah. It's just like how naturally gifted you are.
But what's the so here's this question I want to ask is what is the difference other than the like kicking and elbow and kneeing,
right? Kneeing, yeah.
What are the difference between when it comes to like physical attributes for Muay Thai and boxing? Because both of them
are striking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, I feel at least boxing, sometimes when you are tired, right, you can still use your footwork to move around. To distance out. I think Muay Thai is a lot more physical. And like the training, everything requires a lot of power, a lot of strength. I mean, yeah, technique is important for sure. But when I do Muay Thai and boxing, I feel that I can pace myself better in boxing. But I'm not sure I'm saying this, is it because I've been doing boxing for very long. So like I understand like what's needed to be done, what shouldn't. Yeah, but like for Muay Thai, because even up till now when I try it, right, I still feel like it's very new to me. Yeah. So it's like even if I can execute it out if with a right technique, right, I need to use a lot of strength. It's like when you lift up your leg, right, it's like asking you to do a tuck jump.
Well, yeah.
So imagine you have to do like 10 kicks, right? Like usually like the training, most of the gym I go, every time coming to the end of the round, either last 30 seconds or end of the round, right, they will ask you to go for 10 kicks. So like 10 left, 10 right. It's like asking you to do 10 burpees and 10 tuck jump. Yeah, so by the end of the round, right, wow, it's so tiring. Yeah, like for boxing, at least like if I'm tired, okay, I know, let's take away the power. Let's focus more on the movement and defense. But for Muay Thai, I think it's more of like hurting. Yeah, even you block with your shin, you can feel it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like boxing is like you just need to catch it. Yeah, so it's still okay.
Because I've tried like one class of
Right, Muay Thai. Yeah.
but I still like boxing, is
Boxing,
because you still can retreat and
Correct,
think,
yeah. That's the thing, that's what I'm trying to say also. So like you can always
disengage thing.
Yup,
go
that's
back,
it.
engage
Correct.
again.
Yeah. And I think like for Muay Thai, maybe I still don't understand the sport yet. So whoever is watching this video, right, if yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I might not even know what I'm saying. Yeah, but based on what I'm feeling, that's how I feel. Yeah, like I feel that I need to execute more strength as compared to boxing. Yeah, like boxing is not just about power only. Yeah, but maybe Muay Thai also is not about power.
Have you ever thought of where you are today, like when you're younger?
No.
No.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't even see myself competing up to this stage. To this stage. Yeah. Like I always feel the people that I watched right last time who competed in like all the tournament that I've been to, is only them the one who can do it. And then I will forever be the one that is gonna be here admiring them, competing to that stage. Be it they win or lose, right? I just feel that wow, it's already a very good achievement, accomplishment to be able to be where they are at now. Yeah. I think when it comes to my first fight, right, it's more of like just trying it out only. It's like, because I done boxing, right, I started boxing, then I want to try to keep fit, to lose weight. Then when I start to keep fit, lose weight already, I want to try sparring. Then when I can spar already, then I just want to like try it out to see whether if I can win the fight or not. Then when I start winning, then it becomes like more addictive.
I don't know. It's always like you want to try. Okay, so the reason why I did sparring is to like try out certain move, and to see whether
if it's like achievable, right? Like whether if the things that you have learned is able. I mean, is realistic or not, Yeah, because sometimes when it comes to technique breakdown, right, we can always like break it down perfectly. But doing it is another thing.
Yeah,
because when you're trying to do it halfway, someone's gonna break you with just one simple punch. Yeah. So
I think like people are always like expecting like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do, what I'm
Right.
gonna do. But
Yeah.
in the end, you don't know like, oh, that punch may gas you out, may
Correct.
break your momentum.
Yeah, lor. So I think this is also something that I tell the guys who competes under us, Like, you will never be picture perfect, So like coming to a fight, right, you can have like every plan that you want. Yeah. But if let's say you go there, right, your first punch doesn't land and your first defense doesn't work, then you feel like, wow, you cannot do anything already.
So what's your next move? So what are you gonna do after that?
As in, sorry.
No, as in like when your first punch doesn't land.
Right. Then I think that's when how you keep yourself calm, right, during that moment is very important already. Yeah, because if you only expect to land and not to get hit, right, I think it's impossible, because even the high levels they also get hit. Yeah, it's just how come they can keep themselves at when they get touched. Yeah.
So, but are you going to compete more? Like, are you going to like?
For this year, this year I'm taking a break after the SEA Games. Probably next year, if everything fall into places, right, then I'm trying to keep myself more active. Yeah.
What are the because you talk about SEA Games,
Yep.
what SEA Games is like? Like, what's the whole vibe in that place? What are your feelings for that?
For the SEA Games, you mean my first SEA Games when I went? Okay, to be honest, I did the first SEA Games that I went, right, the recent one, I wasn't as excited, to be honest. I mean, I'm excited coming closer to the date, but when I got selected, right, to me it's like, wow, like I finally get selected, that kind of mindset. Because like back then when I was trying to really go for the SEA Games selection, I always didn't make it. I don't know why also. I mean, I know.
What is the selection like?
So back then, they say it's like you have to beat someone in the top 3 region, right? Which is those who competed in SEA Games. So let's say if you fought against a bronze medalist, right, and you win him, then you get qualified lah. You'll get selected, but you have to go through the SNOC. And I feel like my luck is always very bad when it comes to selection. Like all these selection criteria, I always couldn't meet. Maybe because of the mindset also. Like when I take it like a very important fight, right, then that's when you screw it up. Because I think, okay, the very first few SEA Games selection that I tried to hit, right, I couldn't meet because I lost in the nationals. I lost to the top boxers in our country. Then they were the one that got selected. So last time I think we always think that, okay, in order to get into SEA Games, right, you just need to be national champion. But actually that's not the case. Because actually it's quite easy to be national champion in Singapore. Because if let's say your weight class, right, only you and this guy fight, like only 2 persons submitted for this weight, then you win, right, then you are national champion already. It's not like you fight 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, then okay, finally you get determined.
It's not
as competitive lah. The population, right? Because as much as we have this amount of boxer, science, they might not all come to one category. It might be like development, it might be youth, it might be elite. Yeah. So like back then, I think 20. Because like for SEA Games, right, all this elite category, right, is from the age of 19 to 40. So when I first fought 2019 was the SEA Games in Manila. So I fought in the national. I lost to Jia Wei.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jia Wei eventually went to the SEA Games. But also because he had a past SEA Games experience where he got silver in Singapore, right? Yeah. So I think he got a higher chance. And because he boxed against one of my other teammate, yeah, in the final of the national, and Jia Wei won also. Then when they did a last box off before the selection, right, Jia Wei win again during the box off. So they decided, okay, Jia Wei is the one to go. Yeah. So I think 2019 also the SEA Games, they didn't really select a lot of people. I think only 4 people went. It was Jia Wei, Leona, Danisha, Hanuddin. Yeah. So these are the only 4 people. Yeah. Then 20. So SEA Games is every 2 years, 2019, 2021. 2021. Okay, so 2021 is my second interview. You know the nationals, right? Where it came out in the Straits Time and stuff. Yeah. So that's a short interview lah. Basically they just like put a mic on and then ask us question. Then afterwards they probably just like summarize it for us in the article. Yeah, so that's the answer back your first question just now. Yeah, that's a second interview. Yeah. So actually, to be honest, the second one, right, the second SEA Games selection, I thought I stand a high chance already because of all these like Straits Time, right? Like make it seems like it's a big thing already. Yeah, and I also didn't get selected. Then because like I think 2021 SEA Games supposed to be in Vietnam. Then because that period of time, COVID, right, the second phase or something hit, so they have to postpone it. So that's why it moved to 2022.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2022, it became even lesser boxer from Singapore went to SEA Games. Only 2.
Is it because COVID?
No, I don't think. Okay, they say because of inactivity, but because when we talk about inactivity, right, everybody stopped for that period of time. Because there's no competition, right? Because they put a halt. Yeah, like from 2020 to 2021, there's no competition. It's all like circuit breaker, phase 2 heightened alert, all this. So there's no competition being scheduled. Yeah, so they can only like look based on, they say what, past 5 years if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Past 5 years over like international experience lah. Yeah, so I guess back then I didn't win anything. I mean I win medal, but probably the matter to them is like you only need to get gold. I mean yeah. So the selection criteria is if let's say you beat someone from the top 3 region in SEA Games, right, you'll get to go, or you go to a regional competition, right, and you win number 1. So even if you go to like regional competition, you get number 2, number 3, right, it's not counted lah.
But around the region, isn't it very competitive?
Very subjective, depending on the event. How is it like?
Okay.
Yeah. So if let's say if let's say it's like those okay, we talk about like those Malaysia competition, international competition, like pinning this kind. So even though it's like 3 to 4 days fight, right? Sometimes the first 2 or 3 fight you meet might be someone from the Malaysia state team, like army team, all this. Yeah. So it's like when you win them, I mean when you fight them, I would say it's quite winnable.
Okay.
Because of the standard. Yeah. It's not like you go regional competition, right? Then you see Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, all this. It's not like a mixed country.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you go to that country, you fight different state. Then maybe like suddenly in the final or something, right? Then you meet against someone from like Indonesia, Thailand, all this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because from what I understand is that if you're talking about Thailand, Vietnam,
Yeah.
Philippines, where they have a bigger boxing community there.
Yeah.
Then
Right.
you're like, you can realize how competitive they are.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Lor. But then again, maybe I'll talk about this later. Because of the SEA Games when I fought against the Philippines, I don't quite agree. Because I mean, I mean it's normal to have that mindset like Philippines, Thailand, they are good. I mean, yeah, they are good, but we are not that bad either. Yeah. So
But how do I got this feeling sometimes. So here's this thing that I want to ask, where because we all have the same. There are times I just don't agree.
Yeah.
With the fight.
Right.
Because say the referee the referee cut off very early.
Stand in the way, give warning,
Yeah.
give you count,
Yeah.
stop the fight. Yeah lor.
Or maybe even like even if the points you think that's not given
Correct.
to the opponent or
Yeah.
that's fair. Like how do you deal with those emotions?
I think at the start, right, last time when I first lost, I think it was quite dramatic. I was crying very badly. That was my first national in 2016. Yeah. So I remember like when I lost, but that fight itself was my first national. So to me, I was like, okay lah. I mean, I think I can win. Yeah. And because before I went to the national, right, I was on a 5 winning streak.
Oh yeah.
Then my first national in the semi-final, right, I fought against a boxer who represented in the youth. Like he went to Malaysia start and fight lah. So I beat him in the semi-final. So to me it's like, okay lah, like, you know, Singapore youth boxer. You went to overseas before. I've never went to overseas at all, but I still win you, right? Then the next fight I thought like, okay, I just need to keep it up the same momentum as I got. But also that's my first time fighting like 2 times in a row. So like when I fought, right, the guy that I fought,
2 times in a row, like what, the
that
same
means
day?
no, like Saturday then Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Saturday I win. Then because that time the weight class, right, only got 3 boxer.
Okay.
So this guy and me, right, we fought in the semi-final. But the guy that I fought in the final, he got a walkover lah. So he don't need to fight in the first day. So like after I fought in the first day, right, the second day I was damn sore. The next day I wake up, I was like, wow, why so fast sore already? Because usually when I fight, right, last time I only fight like 1 time.
Okay.
One time. I never fight like tournament style.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, not that the soreness or what made me lose but it's how good the opponent was actually. Yeah. So that guy I fought, he used to be, I mean he's my teammate, but he stopped boxing already. But yeah, I think that was my first reality check. Yeah. Like when I thought I can always counter people, right? He proved to me that like I can't counter at all. So that fight was quite bad lah. Like I was getting like outclassed. Yeah. Then I lost the fight. Then from there, second fight when I fought him, I tried to really give everything. So I scored a knockdown in the first round. Then after the knockdown, I was a little bit tired already because I really exploded in the start. Then second round he picked it up. Third round I thought, okay, third round by the third round I was quite tired already actually. Yeah, but when I watched back the video, and because after the fight it was split decision.
Okay.
But then I still lost. So I was like, wow, like so far, like so close yet so far, you know. Yeah, and like to me back then, that was my first 2 loss against the same person. So like my mindset was like, when I lose to him, right, the first time, I mean I know that clear cut I lose the first fight, but before I'm gonna fight him in the second time, right, I just tell myself I need to fight again to to prove whether if he's really good or I'm bad on that day.
Or is it just, or is it because of the ego speaking? Like that's.
I think it's ego speaking. I think it's good to have that ego mindset sometimes. Yeah, I think that's how it kept me going also. Yeah, it's like lose, never mind. I try again. But then eventually, the more I lose, right, the more I keep coming back. Yeah, like the more I lose, right, I just want to like prove myself and to others also lah. Yeah, like those who started watching me winning, then suddenly see me on a losing streak, right? Then start to think that like, okay, I'm actually not good. Then I just want to show no, I'm good. It's just that my opponent was better.
Now you have an underdog story that I can tell.
Okay lah, not really underdog also lah. But yeah lor, I think it's more of like
hero
to me
comeback,
personally, yeah.
A
To me,
redemption story.
to me personally, yeah. But I think yeah, as long as like I keep it honest to myself, right? Like if I lose, yeah, because the opponent is good, and like when I win, it's like
it feels a lot better.
Yeah, like it just feels better lah. But then eventually I still lose that fight. But when it was split decision that time, I mean I was angry lah. I was like, wow, like fight so hard already, still split decision. But then sometimes, you know, when you haven't really like settled down after a fight, you just think that what you do was right. Yeah. But then the more you watch back the video, right, then you will also come to a different perspective, like, oh, why you will feel that you win, why you feel that you lose. Yeah. Because a lot of fights actually I had, right, I feel that I could have win also lah. Yeah. But maybe because I already know myself, like how I'm gonna fight. But if people see me for the first time, right, how they watch me fight might not be the same perspective, like how they see what I think. Yeah, how they see what I think.
Because I'm still okay. So you saw me fight for my first fight.
Yeah.
As well. So there are times I just go like why
Right.
Why is it? It's just just
Correct.
one
Yeah,
jab,
one jab.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, how come?
How come it stopped, right?
How come
Yeah.
it stopped?
I mean, at the end of the day, when talks about amateur boxing, right, I think safety is still the priority. So it's like sometimes can be a bit of I don't know, is it biasness or what, but it's like if they see this guy is technically better, right, they just feel that like even if they give you a chance in round 1, round 2 you will get stopped still if you get caught clean. Yeah, so to them it's like, okay, I might as well stop now than later. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I understand when you are the one that is fighting, right, you got full control of yourself. Like how you're feeling, how you're coping it and stuff, right? But like maybe sometimes when the referee or judges they see it, it's just a different perspective. Yeah. That's why I think all these things comes down to training, right? You don't want to just build on yourself, but you also want to build yourself in a way that when you fight, right, from the outside point of view, the judges will be convinced by your style, not just what it works, what you think it works. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I'm like, how do I balance it?
Right. Yeah.
Because I also go through the emotion, like, okay.
Right.
And I think that there are two directions that one can reach when you have the two, when you reach the kind of like loss that you don't feel justified.
Right. Yeah. Yeah lor. So think the other way, yeah, is to
It's like,
prove it again, you know. To beat me once more, to make me like understand, okay, I should lose to you. Yeah.
Because the other direction would be like, oh fuck, like it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like no matter how
Yeah.
I put in, it's gonna be like that. Like why do I want to like even?
Right. Even like high level competition though, like sometimes they just wave it off. Like because they see country, right? So sometimes if you put a person who is like, let's say from the big countries against someone who doesn't like achieve much in the boxing, like international boxing scene, then like in the first round he just get caught like 2-3 punch, they count one time straight away, they wave it off. Because by right, like what they say is like within the round, right, you get 3 counts then they stop. But sometimes until now I still don't get it. Why sometimes 1 count, 2 count then they stop already? Yeah.
I don't know like
Yeah
I just want, I don't know whether you know the story where there's this guy where just got fought, like keep hitting, got his punches, got hit by the back of the head.
Oh, I think I don't know what's his name.
And I think like they're afraid of this kind of injuries happen again.
Right, yeah.
Or at least in the very early stages.
Right. Pritchard Condon, right?
Pritchard
Condon,
Condon,
yeah. Pritchard Condon. Yeah. But yeah, that's another thing though. I mean, getting hit by the back of the head is a foul. But getting count is another thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Because I mean, if you get hit by the back of the head, right, then yeah, it's the referee duty to warn or deduct or disqualify. Yeah. But maybe because that's professional and this is amateur. I mean, yeah, two different sport, even though it's boxing. Yeah, maybe since professional boxing is all about entertainment. That's why they come down with the knockdown rule rather than standing 8 count. But like amateur is like since even if you get knocked down and you get up, you wobble a little bit only, before the referee even count to 8, they stop the fight. They wave it off. Because to them it's like you might get it one more time.
It is just a sport.
Correct.
It's
like
a sport
just
rather than
fight another time.
Yeah.
So yeah. It will never be good for the person that is receiving lah. Like getting stopped, getting count. Yeah, like after knowing that you have put in all the hard work, right? But I think like that's when it comes down to your preparation to be able to cope with not just fighting, winning and losing, but how you are able to deal with all these like questionable decision. Yeah.
I don't know whether is it okay to ask, but do you think that what is next step forward then? Like other than after going through, do you intend to go pro? Do you intend to?
No. Nah, I will never turn pro. Nah. I feel I don't know, professional. Wow, if you ask me about professional, not my thing. Yeah, I mean I like to watch professional boxing, but not the Singapore professional boxing. Yeah. Because I feel like if you watch like the high level professional boxing, right, like it's really two competitive boxers fighting to win. But like if you talk about the pro boxing here, it's more of like one-sided beatdown.
But would you say
which
that
is the Singaporean winning the fight lah.
Oh yeah, correct.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I don't understand about like the belt. You know, professional boxing they can I think quite easy to fight for belt in Singapore.
But you're talking about Asian community, right? Like the Asian boxing scene, right?
I'm not sure.
I don't know that.
I don't know about
I also
professional
don't really know how the belt works.
I don't even know how their ranking system works. One moment they can be like this ranking, next moment they can jump to like 100 over ranking down.
I
like
don't
closer,
know that.
yeah. I think science it comes down to activity. It's not about who they fight, but how active they fight. Then their ranking will continue climb. Yeah. Yeah lor.
The thing about boxing is for at least in there's the sport that I don't understand is the I'm not sure whether you know that they are called the journeyman. Yes,
Journeyman. Oh yeah, journeyman.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense to have it in Singapore lah.
Correct. I mean Singaporean. You mean fighting pro?
Fighting pro.
In Singapore, there will never be a journeyman. If you're a pro boxer in Singapore and you're still a journeyman, right, to let other country come in our country to beat you, then you shouldn't do boxing. But then, I mean, most of the time they fight journeymans. I understand like a couple of fights to build them up in order to fight at a higher level opponent. Yeah, that's okay. But if let's say you have like more than 5-6 pro fighter, you still fight journeyman, then quite questionable already.
But you have like okay, so overseas I've seen a documentary about journeyman where they have like 200 to 300 100 plus to 200 losses and maybe like
maybe that's the very old school time, you know, the old times where they have like so many fights. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, you can still see those Indonesians when they come into Singapore to fight, right? Their record is always like negative. Maybe it can be like 20 win, 30 loss, that kind. Yeah, it's always negative. Then they come here, maybe first round. If some are good, maybe the first round they try to swing whatever they can. Second round they suddenly drop. Or sometimes it's like they win. Let's say it's a 8 rounds, like scheduled for an 8 round fight, right? They win first 4-5 round, then 6th round, right? They quit on their stool. They don't want to come out of the corner. So the Singaporean boxers eventually win, I guess. I mean, happened quite a lot of times. Yeah. then I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to make it seem like I'm like indirecting anybody also lah. So yeah. I just prefer amateur boxing because of how the matchups are like. Like you can't choose. You can't choose your opponent. You just gonna gotta train the best you can, and then go in with whatever ability that you have.
So
and
what's
fight.
so let's just say this is going to be the end of your boxing journey. What are you going to do then?
I think coaching lah, then probably I mean I won't be coaching forever, right?
Yeah.
Because I'll get old so eventually. So maybe as I'm coaching, I'm also learning how they manage the gym and stuff. So maybe when things are coming to the end in my coaching career, then probably I can focus more on like managing a gym. Yeah, I think a lot of people always ask me why I don't want to open up my own gym with my brothers, but I feel it's two different things. Coaching, being a coach, and being an owner. Yeah. So right now I still enjoy being a coach lah. Yeah. Then only when things settle down a little bit more, then have to think really. Have to think again.
What's the joy that you have like being a head coach then? Being a coach then?
I think it's more of like seeing how people are able to execute the things correctly, right? And like giving me that trust when I coach. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a journey for me to come to where I'm at now. Because when I was competing at a very young age, I also started coaching a little bit. I think my first coaching was 2016, late 2016 when I was having my holiday. Yeah, so I just like helping out classes a little bit. Then 2017, a little bit more often. 2018, during my internship, right, I had like a 6 months internship. Then I went to a boxing gym to do my intern. Yeah.
What course were you taking at the point of time?
Sorry?
Or what's the major that you do at the point of time when you were interning?
When I was interning, like for
Studies.
study. Oh, I was studying fitness training. Yeah. So during the final year, that's when the what's that called, internship come. Yeah. So that past 6 months was just like working, and I enjoy lah. I definitely enjoy working more than schooling. Yeah, because that's when it's more practical for me. Yeah.
So what are the challenges that you meet during
The early days of my coaching, I think it's more of like people doubting me.
Okay.
So okay, like I think maybe I also have this like ego thing, right? Like okay, I understand that you don't have to be a good boxer in order to be a good coach. Yeah. But for me it's like back then when I was teaching, I don't think I'm teaching. I'm more of like just sharing with them based on my experience when I fight and what works, you know. So I wasn't a very what's that called? I mean, I don't really like coach lah. I'm just there to supervise and then teach them, you know. Like I give you this program, you do, and then I think I was quite quiet back then when I coach. So maybe people don't feel engaging, yeah. But then like when they start to doubt me a bit, I'm like, okay, never mind. I will start to speak up more.
What are the how do you know like the person is doubting you? Because I don't think they will be like
Okay, because of the age also. I think the age gap. Because who will want to be coached by a 16 years old boy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if let's say you go to a boxing gym, right, then you see a kid like talking to you, teaching you, like you'll probably just think that like I just need to use my strength against him, right? Then he can't do anything. all the technique, all the things that he say, right? Probably he can't even do himself.
Have you tried like, if you doubt me, come in the ring?
The mindset is like that lah, but then I don't want to make the I cannot let my emotion like, you know, take control. Otherwise it doesn't look good for the business also, right? Nah. I mean, up to this day, maybe science people like they come in, they will still like, you know, they know everything, right? Nah. I mean, okay lah, if you know everything, good for you. Nah. But yeah, when I was young, maybe it takes time to build up that maturity. I think only when I started like sparring and stuff, then science like, you know, like spar play with the members, then they know like, oh, like this is for real. Yeah.
Okay, how do you deal with that kind of emotions then? Like
I think on good days, I can just close my eyes. But on bad days, I think sometimes I just show face. Like I just show my black face.
So basically, you are here in my training right now.
Yeah.
Just listen.
Yeah, correct. And yeah, actually a lot of distractions sometimes when it comes to working also, like coaching. Yeah, like sometimes like you give the same thing, people probably just feel like it's the same thing again. Yeah, but sometimes it's always the basic that you need it first. You need to build up that foundation first. Yeah, because like when I started when I started boxing when I was young, I think it's always the same thing. I come 5 days a week, 5 days shadow boxing, I do the same thing. But I never even thought of like complaining. I just thought like, okay, maybe this is just a routine. Rather than like, wow, why today do this, tomorrow do this, the next day also do that. Yeah.
People come and complain, man. Like
Never complain lah, but it's body language. You can tell. It's that just because you know what's gonna happen next, right? Then you just show lesser interest. Yeah, I mean, Rizan is here, guys. Yeah. So yeah, we are actually doing a podcast in the gym now. So it's not just me and Gary. It's Rizan also. Yeah.
Okay, so right now it's like, so I'm a little bit conscious right now.
Right.
Like will there be like what was I, because I'm being coached by you as well.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So will there,
I think okay lah. I mean, like when you do drills now. Okay, maybe at the start last time when you were in Jalan days, when you shadow box, you are not used to the the standardized format that we currently do now for our fundamental class, where everybody will probably line up and then we just do based on a drill. So sometimes it can be distracting. Okay, not just you, but some members also when they turn around the space, when I've already like say, okay, it's a standard position, stationary position. I mean, you want to move, you move on the spot. However you want to move, I don't care, but you're just gonna face the mirror, and then later you start to see people like turning to the next wall, or like science shadow boxing also. There's a reason why it's called shadow boxing. Science shadow boxing, you'll start hearing people hitting the backs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then it's like you will have your time to hit the backs. But when it comes to shadow boxing, right, is to practice how to punch without a target stopping you. Yeah, because sometimes when you have the backs, right, you only thought of punching and landing, but you won't really like focus on your distance and range. When you shadow box, you can actually like practice on like the full execution, the punches. Yeah, so when it comes to like back work, partner work, all this, right, or like sparring, all this, you'll be able to adapt to that style and situation. Correct. Yeah, lor.
I think it's also very romantic about the idea of like hitting a bag.
Romantic.
Like you have to romanticize like it's just like because when you see training, it's like, someone's hitting the bag.
Right.
You have like old school,
Okay lah.
like Rocky Marciano, bam, bam, bam.
Right.
Or you have like Canelo was like throwing the doing the hit movement with the bags.
Right. Yeah. But okay lah. I mean, if it's a small group, it's okay. But if it's a big group, sometimes it can be quite distracting also, right? Like you want to give explanation, then suddenly you hear the back like pam 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 pam. Nah, it's like wow. I have to like speak, and then at the same time I'm like hearing the back. Then sometimes the things I want to say, right, just because the sound of the back is like distracting me, I've forgotten what I want to say already.
Okay, so there also question that also okay. I feel stupid about asking this question, but there are a lot of times where I just like, when you repeat, like will it be annoying as well?
Repeating the same thing.
Yeah, like repeating the like okay, like when you're done, okay, so repeat the combinations again.
Okay, that one I don't think I won't get annoyed. I won't get annoyed with that because I know how is it like for people who just started, right? They will get lost at times.
I also like do like after you finish it, then after like then I'll go clarify with you like.
Oh, you mean like when I give explanation, then okay lah. I think.
Or even after the explanation, okay, like this is how you're gonna do it.
Okay, it's very subjective. If let's say when I'm explaining, right, and then you're giving me the eye contact, and then you still ask me after, then I'm okay. But if I'm giving explanation and then you're like talking to your partner, right? Yeah, then I get it why school teacher they get angry. Yeah. So it's like, to me it's like, then you made me explain 2 times when I was already explaining so clearly in the first time, right? And I mean like you come from my class, when I explain, I don't just explain, I demo as well with like whoever that is in front of me, right? To make it easier for everyone to see how the drills has to be done. Yeah, be it drill or like situational like sparring drill, right? I also like move together with someone in front of me so that when the members watch it, right, they will feel like, oh okay, this is how this drill should be done. yeah, lor. But if they don't give me the attention only when the time start, right? Then they start looking around and ask what's next. Then I will get, like, voila.
Why you asking me again, yeah?
Yeah. But yeah, I think when it comes to, I wouldn't say we are like a boxing fight gym, that kind of. So you cannot be old school to them. Yeah, you still have to like live up to that, customer service. Yeah, like explain again. But yeah lah, I mean, whoever it is will still get annoyed lah.
Have you been to the old school fight gym though?
I have though.
At least not in the Singapore context.
Have. I think until now, I can only think of one gym that is old school, which is the Spartans Boxing Alliance, where my ex-teammate Dini is training there. Yeah. So the gym, like I told you, I don't even know whether if they are actually like taking in members or how they gonna get into the gym. Yeah. Last time back then when we were training with them, because last time before the new group of people take up the Singapore Boxing Federation, right?
It's Kadir, right?
It was Coach Kadir, yeah, it was Coach Kadir, and then the coaches was Coach Davon and Alexis. So when we were doing our training on Tuesday, Thursday, it's always at 5:30 p.m. So I think 5:30 p.m. we will be doing like a joint training with the Fry Park boys also. Yeah. So sometimes it's like always the same face, not a lot of people, but it's always the same face. Then sometimes might have enquiry, right? Like people just come in the sports hall and then like ask the old timer coaches question. Yeah, about whether if they are gonna take in members or student, that kind. Yeah. I think they take, but then to them it's like, you want you come, or you don't want, never mind. Like they won't chase, So I think that's one of the old school gym. It's like they are not here to really guide you.
I'm not here to sell, but
yeah. They want you come. Yeah. But then when you come and train also, it's like you're just gonna keep doing the same thing. So it's like if you don't get it at the start, right, you're just gonna keep doing it until you know. Like maybe the coaches will only tell you 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. Then you're just gonna watch around and see how the experienced guys do it. Then maybe you can ask them and stuff. Then they will just guide you. They don't have like a proper coach. They have Coach Devon was there, but I don't think he really go and coach. Yeah, he will just sit and then watch and then tell them, teach them. Yeah.
But do they point out the mistakes you do, or they just
have they will, but they won't like so detailed to a point that like, oh, you must do this. They will always say like, keep your hands up, move your head, move your leg, punch. Yeah. I mean it's very generic, like the things that they say, right? Yeah. Then it's just up to the individual whether they can keep up or not. Sometimes I see those people, they are new, right? Maybe they train a few sessions only. The next moment you see them wearing headgear going spa. And their sparring, right, is really old school. They do like a 3-round sparring, but it's all hard.
It's all hard.
And sometimes you can see people getting knocked down. Yeah. So I think they learn it the hard way. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing, but yeah, that's old school, I guess. Yeah.
Because I've went to Aries boxing.
Aries, yeah.
So right. that's the only old school.
Right. Aries is Coach Sri and Rafana, right? Rafana was there? Yeah, Rafana, yeah. So Rafana, if you are watching this, yeah.
So the only experience of what old school gym may be is through that gym. The only thing that I am annoyed is because because they always say, I think Coach Ree, or at least from the experience that I had with him, right? Sometimes he also do very generic guiding. Right. Then sometimes he gets angry.
Yeah.
Then I do not know why he gets angry
when
he do certain things.
I think it's very normal for them to be angry. Like you cannot take it personally. Yeah. But then again, maybe because they don't know how to simplify it into words. So they can only use their emotion, right? In hope that you will be able to execute it, But yeah, I mean, last time when I started coaching also, I always see these coaches react this way. Eventually, some people can get it. So maybe some people just need that like tough love. Yeah.
But here's this thing where, okay, I don't understand.
Yeah.
You don't break it down even further.
Right. Yeah. You have to break it down at times .
Then if I do wrong again,
Yeah.
then I got to ask you again. Then you
Right.
get
Then I
annoyed
scared
again.
to ask. Yeah, lor. Yeah. I mean, when I went there, technically I can box already lah. So I don't really get a lot of scolding. But back then when I was training at the gym before I come here, which was Legends, right? I always get scolded by Ridwan. Yeah, because I think when we hit the pad, he always like smack me. He always smack me in the head lah. But eventually it helps me. It really helps me with the reflex to know that like when you throw certain punches, you know what are the potential return that's gonna come at you. Then you might find a way to exit out. Yeah, that's for me lah. But until now I still see some people getting smacked by him. Yeah. At least I don't have to go through that phase already. Like, I know how is it like for them to go through that phase. But for me it's like if you smack me, I just gotta try to find a way to exit out. Yeah. But back to the old school. Yeah, that's why it might work, it might not work for some lah. If you are the kind that prefer someone who like guide you, right, then old school gym is not meant for you. But if you are the kind that just wants to fight, right, because some people just want to fight, and some people can fight. Yeah, so that kind of gym is a better environment for them.
Have you met like those people who just want to who just say they want to fight
and disappear or what?
And but they like spar dangerously. Because I've met like one or two, then I'm like you
in our gym or what?
No, in my previous
gym.
Previous gym.
I
think wasn't there anymore lah.
Okay lah, I think all these people, they are very enthusiastic. Like they're very enthused lah. So it's like they want to rush the process. Yeah. So I think I will guide them lah. I mean, I will guide them. I will advise them. Like to understand the basic first, to know how to even move properly and defend before you even think of like sparring dangerously or like sparring hard, fighting and stuff. Yeah, because you don't want to. Because right now, right, when you train, like you are just learning. But when you spar, right, you are just trying to, what's that called? Adapt to the real situation. But when you go to fight, right, it's a different thing. Because when you go to fight, right, they won't know how new you are. They just take it as, okay, this guy want to fight me, right? I'm gonna give it to him. So if you are not ready and you think that you are ready, right, there will always be someone who is there who has the intention to want to like hurt you badly. Yeah. I think I've seen a few. I'll try to talk to them, but if they are still stubborn, then let them be. Then the only thing that they can learn is through themselves. Learning through that moment that they choose to put themselves into, like to rush themselves to go to a fight, then end up get hurt. Yeah. Lor. But yeah, most of the time they always say these people don't last. Yeah. So they will like get hurt, then they just feel it's not for them.
Okay.
Yeah, but because they don't want, I think quite short term mindset.
Because I'm not thinking like do they like fight? Because I'm not met in this gym. I only met it once with my previous gym. Yeah. The one in Buona Vista.
Right. Oh.
So but everyone was like, okay, look, you don't do like we are not going for a hard.
Right.
They don't go for hard sparring.
Right. Inspiring.
Be careful with people who you spar with, and I try to make it a point. Sometimes I miss.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go a little bit too heavy.
Right.
Then sometimes you just.
Yeah, I think must have that mutual agreement when it comes to sparring. Even though when people say is gonna be technical, right? You're just gonna feel. Yeah, because you cannot let their word like bluff you. Sometimes they say technical, but they just want you to be technical, but they can hit you hard. Then the next thing you see is there's a camera beside you. Then you are then when you're on their highlights, right? In their highlights, right? It's like you are the one that couldn't fight back.
Exactly. I'm like, maybe because I'm a few times like that. Then I'm like, okay, you go hard, I'll go hard. Right.
Yeah. So that's why the mutual agreement through feeling it not talking. Yeah. Because if let's say sometimes when I spar, I don't know this person, I see the person throw the first punch like a tap, then okay, I will go back with a tap. Yeah. But if we know that it's gonna be a hard sparring, right? Then we'll just go at it. Yeah. But even if it's a hard sparring, right, it's not to a point that I want to hit this person until he can't get up. Yeah. Okay, maybe if I want to drop the person in sparring, I go for body shot. I don't go for like headshot. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the only way to do hard sparring for me lah. If I know that this person is taking too much in the head already, then I'll hold back also lah. No matter how hard the sparring should be, right? Yeah, you shouldn't have the intention to kill. Yeah, it's just to push to see how each of us can react lah to those moments when you are exchanging. Yeah, only when it's fight then it's a different mindset. Yeah.
How do you prep for a fight then?
I think like when I was preparing for usual fights in Singapore, last time I always think that I need to train like really, really crazy. But at the later stage, I prioritize my rest also. So I don't really train like two times that kind. But I keep it very consistent with my training. So I definitely train like 6 times a week lah. So some days I train 2 times, some days I train 1 time. If I train 2 times on those days that I want to, right, the first session will always be like running and stuff. So it can be like distance run, it can be duration run, it can be sprint. Then I always end off with like shadow boxing to cool it down. Then the second session is the boxing training. But if it's like one session kind, right, usually one session I put it for my sparring. So at least when I spar, I can be fresh. Yeah. Yeah lor. So I spar like 2 times a week. Boxing is like 3 to 4 times. Yeah. So if this I feel like I can't keep up to the 6 days training week, right? Then I'll give myself 1 more additional day of rest. Yeah.
Here is okay. So it's about 52 minutes right now.
Right.
Right. So here. I think here you'd be a good question to ask.
Right.
If this was being kept in a time capsule, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say 5 to 10 years from now, how would you see yourself then?
5 to 10 years. Now it's 2023, right?
So 2033.
5 years is gonna be 2028. Okay, we say 6 years lah. I think if let's say everything goes at the right plan, then 2029 is the SEA Games in Singapore. So maybe if I'm still competing, then that's probably the last one that I want to go for lah. Then after 2029 is where I really focus on my family already. Yeah, cause I'm also gonna settle down soon, waiting for my house in 2026.
Nice.
Yeah. Initially, I thought this would be my last fight in SEA Games. That's the reason why I'm like staying inactive for a period of time. But while staying inactive, I also got the itch to come back. Yeah. But yeah, I always take it one at a time. I mean, from my very first fight until now, right, everything is always one at a time. I don't want to strive too far also. Yeah, because I'm sure midway through the journey that I'm aiming for, right, there's always gonna be
change of plans.
Yeah, a change of plan, and the moment that will disappoint me, and those thoughts that gonna like give me a reality check again, and make me quit. Yeah, cause I like I said, the SEA Games, right, I didn't even like expect to be qualified, because last September when I was preparing for that qualifier fight, right, against the silver medalist Indonesian boxer in SEA Games, I lost to him. I fought him before in 2019. It was a close fight lah. I believe like Ridwan they all have watched that fight, and they might think that there's a chance of me winning him actually. So they decided to brought him in again to fight me in September last year. Then I lost that fight. I lost that fight by doctor stoppage in the 3rd round, because my nose was bleeding. Yeah, but yeah, when I was fighting him the second time, honestly, I when I was fighting him, I just feel like I'm lost already. Like I don't even know what am I doing, because whatever I do, right, it doesn't go as planned. What I throw, I get counter. When I wait for counter, I get hit first, and I couldn't counter. So it's like, wow, it's a different position as compared to 3 years ago when I fought him.
But the 3 years
makes a lot of difference.
makes a lot of
Confirm makes a lot of difference. But I mean, yeah lah, like he will definitely get better. I will definitely get better. But like to me, it's like why he can suddenly, you know, be ahead of me. Yeah.
One thing is what's the question? Oh yeah. Okay, I'm just curious about your family now.
Yeah.
Like what's the dynamic of your family like?
Dynamic as in
Like how's your family like growing up, like what kind of family
okay.
you grew up with?
Okay, so okay. Yeah. Or how should I start?
Okay, your
Okay, like, I think like
brothers.
we are very close lah.
Uh,
To begin with, like my family, right? My dad and my late mom, they used to like bring us for what's that called, like family outing. Even until even until now lah, we still catch up. Yeah, we still meet and stuff. Yeah, I mean I'm staying with my family now. Yeah, so we share the same room.
okay.
So I think that's how the close relationship we had
That's with you and your brothers.
with my brothers. Yeah.
Uh,
I think we always like to play lah. I think we are technically a very playful kids. Yeah. We always stick with one another. Yeah. So I think like my dad always emphasized on like no matter what happens, right, you should always like come back to the family first. Yeah. Rather than like going out to people who you don't even know or you can count on, then end up like getting the wrong influence. Yeah. So yeah, like to me, because that has been instilled since when I was young, right? So whatever situation I face, I will always go and talk to my brothers. Yeah. And then my brothers will advise lah. They will advise, they will educate me. And then like if they really have no answer for it, then that's when my dad will step in and, you know, talk to us. Yeah. Even when we have like arguments and stuff, then my dad will always like, you know, make us sit in a table and then tell us like, you know, no matter what, we are still family. Like you cannot you cannot like just because of your emotion or your unhappiness, right? Then you decided to. He don't even let us like curse one another, like with vulgarity. And like when we talk, we don't use vulgarity at all. Yeah, just because like when we were young, right, we have already been like
instilled this kind of
like if we say any vulgarity word and my dad here, we're gonna get into trouble. Yeah.
What is the trouble that usually?
I think it's just being scolded lah. But I mean like it's not nice to be scolded, right, at the end of the day. Like you just don't want to be scolded for saying something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this kind of things it can be controlled lah. So like when you try to like watch what you say, right, then it just naturally happen. It just naturally shape the person you are. Yeah. Yeah. So I would say we are pretty close. And then like when we were young, I think we are already close. We are already close. But I think when my mom like got a sickness and illness, right, so she got like a motor neuron disease lah. Yeah. So it affected her ability to walk, to talk. Yeah. And then she had to go through like a surgery. That was when I was 5 only. I was only 5 years old.
Okay.
So she had to go to my dad and my mom's sister decided to brought her to China for treatment. So it didn't go as planned. Actually, when they went for the treatment, right, she almost passed.
Okay.
During the operation or something. So they ended up having to put a tube on her. But back then it was just a little bit, like maybe the hand, the body a bit here and there. So they bring her back to Singapore. Oh no, there's already a tube in the neck if I'm not wrong. And then she came back to Singapore at the ICU.
Okay.
So I think she was in coma actually for a while lah. I was very young. I honestly forgotten how is it like, but I remember when she start to go to like the normal ward already, she can still like talk. Like the voice is very soft lah. It's a little bit like robot already. Yeah, you can only hear like the throat. Yeah, not really like a voice like that. But you can still hear what she say. Then I think like they have to put her on hold first, you know, to let her recover before they do the next what's that called, operation. But eventually it turned out into quite bad. Turned out quite bad. Yeah, so she ended up couldn't talk. Yeah, couldn't talk, couldn't move. So she's like bedridden. So like in order to communicate, right, we always have to use the, like the alphabet, like A to Z. Yeah.
So she have to spell the word.
So she can't spell. We have to use the pen to indicate the alphabet to form a word and then a sentence just to know what she wants to tell us. And it's very, very difficult because she can't say much also.
Okay.
Because it's gonna take a long process to form out something that she wants to say. So usually when she say, it's all the like simple stuff lah. The like yes, no, okay, and stuff. I mean, if yes, no, okay, and stuff, all this, she will blink her eye lah.
Do you remember how your mother is like?
Yeah, of course, I remember. But yeah lah. I mean, when she passed away, I was 9 years old. So it was quite sudden. So I was in school back then. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, back then when I was young, I didn't, it didn't come to my mind that like this illness, right, this sickness, right, can never be cured. I always hope for the best. I always think that, okay, maybe in a few years' time, she'll be back to normal. But I mean, it's not the case, right? When you're young, you don't know. Yeah, so I mean, one of those days when I was in school, she suddenly, I mean, the announcement suddenly asked me to come down to the general office with my bag. Then the next thing I saw is my mom's sister at the general office there. She was already like sobbing already. Yeah. Then when I reached there, she said like, mom passed away.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I think that draw us even closer. Like my dad really like take care of. My dad always take care of us lah. He always take care of us. Like he really take up the responsibility as a dad and mom to like cope with it. Yeah. He can't be the person he used to be when my mom was around. Because when my mom was around, right, usually my dad is the bad person lah. So he will scold us, and then my mom will calm us down. Yeah. But now, he will scold us, and then end up he will have to like talk to us again. Yeah. He cannot like scold us then ignore us. Yeah.
Did he? Does that help you with the grieving, or do you, or I suppose like the grief with your mother pass change that it did change the dynamic of your family, but does that help you to look at your dad's perspective a bit better? Or?
I think only when we grow up a little bit more, right, then we start to understand. Then we start to appreciate. I think last time back then when my mom passed, right, the brothers' relationship is very close, but like us to our dad, I think maybe we drifted a little bit. Yeah. But then yeah lor, it's like the later part, I think my dad is the one that's always trying to get us together. Then eventually we just feel okay lah. Like, he's still our dad. Yeah. He's still there for us no matter what. Then as we grow older, we just know that like all this like life lesson that my dad taught us since young, right? He never once like go back on his word. Yeah. So when we start to grow up and we know that like, the things that he say, right, we were able to do it also and carry out. It also made us feel better lah. Yeah, it also made us feel better. So yeah, I think the rest is just quite straightforward also. Quite straightforward. Yeah.
Because I'm just imagining like that your dad has to pick up the mental from your mom.
Yeah, I think it's hard for him because I think probably mostly all guys, right, like all the stuff, they always let their partner do it. Like if you ask me now, right, like take it for example, my house, all this, like all the paperwork is always my fiance the one that do it for me. Yeah. So I think when it comes down to this kind of thing and my dad have to do it for us, right, he's quite lost, but he still find a way out to get it done for us. Yeah. So
that's someone he has to grieve the death of his life.
Yeah. So I mean, when I was young, 9 years old, I don't know how to think also lah. Like to me, it's just I'm sad. Means I'm only sad. But yeah, everybody is sad also lah at that point of time.
But but okay, I'm now curious about your rebellion phase now. Like when you
rebellious phase Okay lah, I don't think I'm very very bad also. Playful like I said, we are all very playful kid. I don't bully people in school especially. I think I get bullied more. Yeah, but I disturb people lah.
Yeah.
I disturb people. It's like the
kid.
Yeah, the kid that disturb people lah. Just want to make people laugh, I guess. But yeah, just want to make people laugh, but then I end up disturbing this person, the whole crowd laugh, then maybe that person might feel that I'm bullying him. Yeah. But yeah lah. I don't go and bully people to a point that I keep it physical. I don't make it physical lah. Yeah. Maybe just verbal.
You only do it later stage.
Later stage lah. I never hit people. Yeah. But yeah lah. I think that's also why boxing all come in place lah. Because when my mom passed away already, right? Then when we go to school, a lot of like, you know, especially when you move to like secondary school, right? Then you are the lower sec kid. Then people will always like find problem with you. So I think it was my brother, the one that was facing a lot of issue in school, a lot of problem. Then Velcro, yeah. So my dad decided, okay lah, maybe, you know, just enroll us into a martial art gym, so that we don't have to go through all this. But he always tell us that like, you learn martial art is not to go and fight, you know, is to know how to defend yourself, and then like no matter what, even if you already know how to fight, right? If the person disturb you, you should go and talk to the teacher first. Until like, you know, even if the teacher can't do anything, then you gotta defend yourself lah. So yeah, I don't think that's rebellious. I think that's just like taking up my dad's advice. Yeah.
Did your wait, what's the question I want to ask? Did you and your brothers, like, I suppose you and your brothers spar a lot together?
Yeah.
Like,
we always spar for fight also, for preparation. I mean more with Velcro lah. More with Velcro. Vernon, he is always on his own because he's a different sport, right? Muay Thai. So we can't really hide much. I mean boxing once in a while okay lah, but when he train Muay Thai, he gotta train Muay Thai. So we are not there for him. For Velcro and I, yeah, we always spar when there's a fight. Yeah. Hard spar, technical spar. Most of the time hard spar lah. When I spar him, it's only gonna be like intensive sparring. Intensive sparring. Yeah,
sure, we put it that way. Alright, and with that, thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you very much. Yeah.